gone from hands-on, lengthy studies about Florida history, science, and literature to teaching a subject in 5 days, watching videos of other students during hands-on demonstration, and testing to see what the child has retained. Ironically, I've heard supporters of Common Core speak about how these standards will bridge the learning gap between students, and what I'm witnessing is just the opposite. For example, on a 4th grade math test, my child struggled to make an 80B. Math is his strong subject. The online Skyward account showed an average grade for that test in his class was 58. The gap is growing between those who can and those who can't, and we're only 14 weeks into the school year. I want higher standards. I do not have a problem learning a concept several different ways. What speaks to one student might not speak to another. I do have a problem with the test that was written to trick a child or is counted as wrong, even with the correct outcome, because they didn't do it the Common Core way. I'm disappointed with my local government not standing out against Common Core, but attempting to protect themselves from the outcomes of the Florida assessment grades and not protecting the students who are subject to these tests. I'm disappointed with my state government accepting grant money and spending taxpayer dollars to hire private companies that only stand to profit off my child's information, not to educate him. I thought most of you believed in smaller government and more local control as I do, so I'm very confused on why you handed over Florida's education system to the federal government. You accepted and adopted standards that were written behind closed doors without the help of those who actually teach. You adopted standards in some cases that are lower than what Florida already had in place. Each state should be in charge of their own education. Bring control back to the local level. Stop letting the federal government walk all over the state of Florida and our children. If we want Florida to be great, then it starts with us, not Washington, D.C. We, the people of Florida, need to get to work and adopt proven higher standards that are developmentally appropriate. We need to adopt math and ELA standards like those from California, Indiana, and Massachusetts. I know from personal experience that my child, who is a Navy honor roll since 1st grade, who can read books that are above his grade level and loves to do math just for fun, scored a 2 on the reading portion of FCAT and 3 on the math. These scores in no way reflect my child's ability. Standardized testing falls way short of providing us with correct data about Florida's students. We need to reduce the frequency of standardized tests so that it does not play such a huge role in our schools. This will allow our teachers to teach and inspire and not teach to the test. Use performance-based assessments that would provide data about what the student can actually do. I urge you to repeal Common Core, replace with proven, developmentally appropriate standards, and reduce standardized testing. Not one more year.
Thank you, Ms. Dyken. Appreciate it.